Hey. Hi, campers. Mike Joswiak here. I'm so excited. I really am. No, I really am. I'm not even joking this time. Excitement runs rampant in my brain. All right, and here's why. We're about to launch into chapter 3 material. Yeah, just I'm making it up. We don't have a textbook, so let's just keep it organized, Chapter 3. Now, chapter 3 is near and dear to my heart. It really is. The culmination of chapter 3 is that we better understand where we come to truth, where we come to perceive the world around us, where we build, how we build meaning, and why we hold such things as our own truths. Okay, so that's going to be important. All right, that's going to be important because chapter 3 ends with this $1,000,000 question. The $1,000,000 question of chapter 3. How do I get along with? How do I communicate with people that do not share my truth? Okay? How do I communicate with them? How do I live with them? How do I work with them? How do I coexist? What a great word. How do I coexist with people when they don't share my perspective of the world, my truth, my meaning of the world? Okay? Boy, oh girl, man, oh woman, I'm just telling you straight up right now. We should look deeply into the answers to that question. Okay, so we will. But first, a little exercise that I borrowed from a genius. This dude, smart dude, Roger Van Ork, Dr. Roger Van Ork, man, I tell you what, he's got some great books. He's got some great constructs of creativity. And we'll talk way more about creativity as the semester goes on because it's something that we don't teach you in school. We don't have time for that. There's no test on creative thinking. There's no test. So we don't care. All right? Well, you and I do, and we should talk about that here coming up throughout the semester. I'm going to take the magic marker here. Ooh, magic. Oh, magic. Let's go to the whiteboard, and I want to show you something that I do in all of my classes just to kickstart chapter 3. Okay? Hi. Okay. There, hi. That's how we started off. Okay? Seriously. And I do this in every one of my classes. And I've got 35 kids just staring at me, making noises like, because it's fun for me. It's not always about you guys. Huh? Listen, look at that. Then I look at those 35 dull faces. Because we've done that to you. Campers, we've done that to you. We make you sit in class like this and write stuff down, We bore the snot out of you. All right? I put this up on the board in every single one of my classes to start off chapter 3. And I go like this, I go like this, I go like this. I point to someone. I point to someone at random. I point to someone and I go, what is that I just drew on the board? 100% of the time, 100% of the time, in 27 years of teaching 11th and 12th grade, the answer is inevitably a black dot. Sometimes I get a circle or combinations, a black circle, a black dot. And I pointed to this. I said, what is that? A black dot? You know? Think about it and listen. A black dot, it always ends with a question mark. Like, and I know why. In those years between kindergarten and 11th and 12th grade, when I see you, we have stripped you of imagination. We have stripped you of your creativity. We have stripped you of your want to learn. We have engaged in the banking system of education at its finest. Here, sit down, quiet down, shut up. Straight and narrow rows, open your head on Monday. We fill it full of information. We make deposits. On Friday, you open your head and you make a withdrawal onto the test in little bubbles with a number 2 pencil. And we call that education. Man or woman, I tell you what, every single time I ask at the high school level, I get a black dot. And you know what the question mark means? The question mark means, Joswiak, come on, dude. Just tell me what it is. I'll write it down, and I'll give it back to you on Friday's test. It's like the question mark. It's like, what do you want me to say, Joswiak? This isn't how we do school. You tell me what it is. You tell me it's going to be important on Friday's test. Points. I write it down, and then on Friday, I tell you what it is. A black dot. Ooh, yeah, see, we've done that to you. Okay? When I was at the University of St. Thomas, getting my master's degree in education, flat hat diploma, like that makes you smart, okay? I was getting my master's degree in education at the University of St. Thomas. I did a master's thesis on creativity, or what I'm calling the lack thereof, in the public school systems. And I went into a kindergarten classroom in Mendota Heights, Minnesota. A kindergarten classroom. I asked the teacher if I could come in. Oh yeah, it was fun and everything. I was going to see if I could recreate this and what results I would. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, there. Okay, I was going to recreate this whole concept of, what is that in the kindergarten classroom. So I put this on a flip chart. Because they didn't have whiteboards then. They probably do now because you got to start them early. Math, reading, science, stuff, all important things. But here's what's really important, okay? I put that on a flip chart. I had like 18 kindergarten kids sitting in a semicircle around me on the floor. And they were all making fabulous noises, okay? And the teacher told them, shh, quiet, calm down. I really do think that that's where it starts. I asked in that kindergarten classroom, after I drew that on the flip chart, I said, what is that? What did I just draw? What is that? Just like I do at the high school level. What is that? And 18 out of 18 hands shot into the air. And they all started making these monkey noises. It was, and they were bouncing up and down. They were excited. If that happened at the high school level, 35 hands shoot up into the air, everybody's excited, and I would drop dead on the floor. I get one kid finally that I have to point to that says, a black dot? Question mark. 18 hands shot into the air. Never forget it, Somerset Elementary School, Mendota Heights. Here's the deal. Here's what happened. I pointed to the first kid. I pointed to the first kid, and he said, "A chocolate chip from my cookie." And immediately, the little girl next to him looked up and said, "No, it's not," which I thought was fantastic. I thought it was fantastic. She said, like, "It's that big ugly spot on my grandpa's forehead." Oh, man, everybody wanted to answer. They were all coming up with these great answers. They really were. And the teacher, the whole time, was telling them to calm down, settle down. She actually said these words. She said, "Bottoms on the floor." We're all sitting on the floor in a semicircle. I had the flip chart. The kids were on the floor. She said, "Bottoms on the floor," meaning, keep your butt on the floor. And I thought, okay, this is where it starts. Curb their enthusiasm, slow them down, shut them up, wait for the instructor to tell you what that is, and write it down. I went around the room, all 18 of them. I went around the room. Okay? I did. I got incredible answers. From cookies to one of the students, the kindergarten student, said, "It's my teddy bear's eye." My teddy bear's eye. And I'll never, ever forget this kid. I should have followed him through high school to see where we suck the life out of him, to see where we take it away. I should have followed him through high school. Here's what I did. I pointed to this one kid, and he looked up at me, and he looked at the flip chart, I should say, and he said, "Well, I think it might be like the top of a telephone pole looking down." And I thought, what? And he goes like this. He goes, "Yeah, my dad cut down a tree in the backyard, and he left and I said, "Stump?" He goes, yeah. He left the stump, okay, in the backyard. And I was looking down on the stump, and that's what it looked like. And then I thought to myself, telephone poles are just big, giant stumps. And then it must look like the top of the telephone pole looking down. It's like, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Okay? 12 years of education. I should have followed this kid. And I would be so disheartened to point at him in his senior year and for him to go, "A black dot? Joswiak, just tell me what it is. I'll write it down. Is this going to be on the test?" That is the test. Okay? When I do this when we're in session, when I do this when I have those 35 kids in my classroom, the next thing I do is have them get out their notebooks, and I want them to go back to kindergarten. I want them to go back to kindergarten. So I have them write down from their kindergarten imaginations what they see on that whiteboard, what they see in their kindergarten imaginations. And then they write one thing down, put their pencil down, and I say, What did you, why? Well, I know why. Some stupid, dumb classroom thing. Least amount of work. Hoping for the most amount of points. I know why. I know why. So people write down one thing, they put their pencil down, I say, "Oh, whoa, just like that." And I say, what happens if the seventh thing that falls out of your brain is way more creative and way more inventive than the first thing that you just wrote down in 3 seconds of "let's get this done"? What happens if the ninth thing, the 27th thing that falls out here, so everybody gets back and they start writing things down. Then I stop. And I tell them, circle your favorites. Circle some of your favorites. And now we go around the room. And I get hockey pucks. I do. I get Oreo cookies. I get, I always get, for some reason, I get a black hole that sucks the life out of me. You know? Those are out there. Okay? The best answer I ever got for this exercise, was I pointed to a kid that hadn't said anything at all during the semester so far. I pointed right to him and I said, "Hey, Tony." I said, "Tony, what do you got for me? What do you think that is?" And he crossed his arms, leaned back in his chair, and he goes, "It's an eye patch on a naked albino pirate in the middle of a snowstorm. Top of a telephone pole stuff." So, oh my God, I'm not worthy. Okay? Where did that creativity go? Where did it go? Okay, what have we done to you? Okay? And now here's how it applies. Here's how it applies to chapter 3. Truth, perception, the reality you have built about the world around you. I always point at the 5 students in the class that got hockey puck, or the 7, depending on what hour it is. When I have all the hockey players in 6 hour, I always point to them and say, "Hey, how many hockey puckers do I have in the room?" And 7 or 8 hands go up. And I say, how many Oreo cookies do I have in the room? And 2 hands go up. And I say, whoa, now we got troubles. We have real trouble. The hockey puck people have a majority. The hockey puck people have a majority. And the Oreo cookie people have a minority. Now the hockey puck people are going to go out and do what we do in this world. They're going to build gated communities around their hockey puck towns. They're going to only allow the hockey puck philosophies to seep down into the culture around them because, it's a hockey puck. And God help them if someday those Oreo cookie people come towards them. That's what we do. We do this. We do this. Remember from my syllabus, day 1, please, that I hate this. Okay? The hockey puck people over here. Got the Oreo cookie people over here. Think about it. All right. Rule number 28. Rule number 28. A very important rule of chapter 3. Check it out. There's more than one right answer. Don't try this in math class. But for chapter 3, I know forever in my class, there's more than one right answer. All right. It's gonna be important when we get to the $1 million question of chapter 3. The $1 million question for chapter 3. All right, campers. I'm going to keep that up on the board, for the semester. And we're going to talk about that. Next time I see you in class, I'm going to ask you, if you watch this, I'm going to ask you what that is. I don't know why I'm saying axe. I have no idea. Okay? Because, I know, it's fun for me. All right? All right, campers. Come back to me, and we'll see you all later. Okay?